Hi there. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith, and my beautiful granddaughter, Latoria Smith. She gave me this topic, and the topic is do not lose your fashion. Like and subscribe. Share this message. Do not lose your fashion. You have been created and fashioned a certain way. Yes, you were a child and then you grew up. But you grew up with principles. I always say principles don't change. Things change. Times change. Principles don't change. Do not lose your fashion. Do not lose your principles. Do not lose your standards. And so as you would have grown into yourself, you would have set certain limitations, standards, fashions, principles, whatever you want to call it. My granddaughter calls it fashion. And so, whatever it is, or whatever those things are that is fashionable and fashionably you, do not change that. Anything that speaks to aura, that speaks to success, that speaks to becoming that individual that you desire to be, do not change that. Do not change your fashion. You know what they are. You know what you desire. You know who you desire to become. Do not change your fashion. We would have seen over the years, depending on your age, we would have seen over the years that fashions change all the time. We got the wide leg, we got the narrow leg, we got the skinny leg, we got the bell bottoms. Fashions has changed tremendously over the period of decades. Let the world fashion change. You don't change yours, because your fashion is who you are. Check out all of the fashion designers. Their fashion is who they are. We call it branding. When you would have branded yourself, or as you brand yourself, do not change your fashion, because your fashion is specific to you. There are specificities with your fashion. I cannot fashion you. You cannot fashion me. My mentor, Wesley Virgin, says, model successful people. Do not copy them. There is a difference. And so, as you fashion yourself continually on the road to success, do not change your fashion. Your fashion speaks to your audience. And may I remind you that there is an audience out there for you. There's an audience out there for all of us. How do we know that? Because when we speak now, or when we hang out now, we hang out with our peers. And so the world at large has a specific audience, tailor-made for you. Notice even with fashion. I don't know how many of you shop in places like Sears and Steinmart, but you will find that, or K&G, Ross, you would find that not everything on the rack is for you. Not everything on the mannequin is for you. And so when you realize that not every size in the store will fit you, and so when you realize that, you know what fashion is for you, and you know what is not for you. You know when you would have tried that outfit on and turned around probably 6 times to make sure that's the one. You know when you throw that on and you strut your stuff, you know that you're rocking that fashion. The same applies for your success. Do not change your fashion. People will want you to change your fashion for them. You cannot fit in their outfit. Neither can they fit in yours. Do not change your fashion. You are responsible for the success of your fashion. Pay attention to your audience. That is what fashion designers do. They pay strict attention to their audience. Why? Because who they focus on with purchasing their products is who they're supposed to cater to, because it brings them more wealth. Why would you change your fashion and lose your audience? There's an audience that has been tailor-made just for you. They love your fashion. They love your design. They love what you bring. They're actually waiting and anticipating on what you're going to bring next. Yes, they are. And so that audience that you have captivated looks forward to your fashion. We're into autumn now, and the fashions are coming out. They're screaming left, right, and center. Those fashion designers are not even paying attention to COVID and the pandemic. They're still rocking their work. You ought to be the same way. Remain consistent and focus on your fashion towards success. Do not change your fashion. Your fashion has a name on it. It has a trademark. It has a copyright that is specific to you. And that is why, because it is specific to you, and only you can bring it like you bring it. Only you. No one can bring it like you. Hence, do not change your fashion, because if you were to change your fashion, your audience will know who you are. And we've had more than enough experiences with that. If you go down through the years, you would hear names that you don't hear anymore. Hairstyles that would have come out that was rocking. And because the beautician got distracted, never heard about them again. Artists, never heard about them again. Why? The changing of the fashion. The old adage is, it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you want to enhance your fashion, amend your fashion, you can do that. But if I use practicality, Wisdom will tell you not to change your fashion. Be fashionably you. Because you're bringing this. You're bringing this swag. You're bringing the sassiness. You're bringing this to your fashion. And so when you throw your fashion out there, when you're having that open house, when you're presenting, when you're doing that grand finale, rock your fashion. Fashions go out of style when we let it. Principles change when we allow it. Principles have been here from time immemorial. What goes up must come down. As the sun rises in the east, it will set in the west. As the clock starts at 12, it goes back to 12 and it starts again. As there is autumn and winter and spring and summer, and then it starts again. Principles don't change. Fashion yourself with your principles. Adorn yourself in your fashion. Adorn yourself in your principles. You are tailor-made for an audience that no one else can speak to. And they are watching and they are waiting for your fashion. Do not change your fashion. Thanks to my beautiful granddaughter. Share this message. This is Vernell, Millionaire Smith, timing out.